My own issue is this. The problem of Nigerian football, or African football, is plenty.
It's vast.
When Zamalek and was it Zamalek and Esperance of Tunisia? When they played two-legged Champions League final, I think it was Esperance of Tunisia against Zamalek. I can't remember the clubs, but they played the first leg. I can't remember the result. The second leg, something happened. I think the referee gave one decision or something, and one of the teams they walked out of the pitch. What happened eventually was that they didn't conclude that final until towards the end of the next season's Champions League. Yes. It's part of what we're talking about now, that there are so many things that we need to fix. FIFA can't fix it for us. So what I'm saying is, if we don't have all these things sorted out, more money will come on the table. And when more money comes, we're going to have those little things that will be like their improvements. But there's so much more that even right now that we don't have that.
So what we're saying is that on a big scale, we are not helping ourselves.
Wale, please now. You see, with money, like I said, you want to take the longer route. We want to take the short route. The short route is that.
Okay.
I will agree with you.
When money comes.
Okay. Would the government step aside?
Relax now. When money comes, the stakes are higher.
Yes.
When money comes, you too that is walking out on the pitch, you know that you won't get your bonuses. You know that you'll be qualified for Champions League next season. Relax now. You know now.
But that's what they already said, that the Super League, those 20 teams will be there.
Wait. Why did Denmark keep playing? Why did Denmark come out to play? So, fundamentally, I agree there's no right to play. But you see, there is a subconscious thing that the stakes are too high. Sponsorship money, everybody's money. So
next tournament.
Relax now. When FIFA drop money and the big sponsors circle around, the players automatically get it. That this is not business as usual. This is not something that CAF put together.
That makes sense.
So the day you walk out of the tournament, we give the trophy to the other team. We don't give your club that money.
Fine you.
You find you. Why clubs do it in Africa is because they know that even the money will say we will win. Sorry.
You're not sure.
Even the money will say, you're not sure.
The
clubs also, because they know that, they pass to the players also know that these things don't really work.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
High enough.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
So if a game...
No, he is saying that if the stakes are high enough, those things will change.
No, it doesn't just work by the stakes being high enough.
Even me,
I don't think so. The question I'm asking is, when this money comes, and FIFA, are you saying that
the government
FIFA will be the ones that would take over the
and decide who is the director of football, who is the chairman?
No, I'm asking now.
No,
is that what you are saying?
Would the government step aside? For instance, now, with Nasarawa United government relinquish the club.
Let's agree that. So we need to talk about these things. I'm not talking to novice.
Yes,
but the truth is that
know our issues now.
Why we say that we know that FIFA will be the ones that will come around it today? And even when FIFA did it with CAF,
Fatima.
Yes.
This is the first time that FIFA have suspended.
No. She came in because this guy was under investigation. She came in for about 6 months. And guess what? Even when she came in, wait now. Even when she came in, it didn't mean she had the normal people. The only person that was not there in CAF was the president. She had the normal people still working day to day in CAF.
Let's also not forget. Let's not forget also. Let's not forget also.
Relax now.
That the leagues will still be running.
Bros, your league don't concern me.
Is it?
No, that's what we're saying.
FIFA cannot take care of your league for you. Why would they do that?
No, but how the leagues run will determine also how you play that tournament.
Show up in the tournament and play.
No, if you say I should show up in the tournament, you also know that I have a commitment with the league.
Rufai, guess what? There are some clubs that will say, you know what, this league is not worth it for us. For getting $1 million a year, the league is...
So we are back to our conversation.
Which goes back to what I'm saying.
Super League is bad, but ASL is not bad.
Bad why? Why is Super League bad?
No, now that what FIFA and UEFA said now.
Wait now, a minute.
Do I have fun on my head?
Wait now.
No,
listen to something. It goes back to what I've been saying.
Okay.
If you say some clubs will now decide, I can't be in this league, Super League is better for me. Which goes back to what I'm saying. How then does the Super League benefit African football?
Baba, it benefits anything that brings money benefits up.
It doesn't outrightly work that way. Let me tell you. Again, let me use an example.
Let's do Euros.
No, let me tell you. Let me give you another example. Right? When you bring in more money, it does not automatically mean it will make it better if you don't have the right way to work. I played grassroots football in Nigeria. It doesn't mean more money will make anything better.
Did you have money?
What are you talking about? The tournament I played in, calm down. Now I won't tell you so now. The tournament I played in was on TV. It was one of the biggest grassroots tournaments in Nigeria as at the time.
What was the football name?
But guess what? Get out of it. But guess what? It was a case of the richest person, the person sponsoring the tournament, his team has to win. So it was an under 15 tournament that had university students coming to play for the team of the guy that owns the tournament. So what I'm saying is, if more money can come in, and that more money,
even Nigeria is not that hopeless.
Let me finish.
Even Nigeria is not that hopeless.
Let me finish.
I totally don't have any hope in this country.
Let me.
But even Nigeria is not that hopeless.
Let me see.
I'll bleep that.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? I believe you should get my point. More money will come. It's not that more money will not come.
I agree with what you're saying.
And you see the effect of that more money.
But
better environment.
For you to not say that before the money comes, that you are worried. Okay, let the money come.
The reason you worry is because, see, look.
If you make a bigger mess.
Understand something. A lack of structure.
If the LMC at the moment, let's say for example, you know what? Let's narrow it down. FIFA come and say they want to run the Nigerian league, right?
Yeah.
Want to run the Nigerian league? They give you $20 million.
Okay.
Which is how much in naira, give or take. Let's see. Whose math is good?
6 billion.
There was 6 billion, thereabouts.
Mine now.
6 billion won't run this league.
Actually 10 billion actually. 10 billion.
10 billion. 10 billion won't run this league.
It will run the league. But why are private investors looking at having another league separately from this one?
When a particular telecom company in Nigeria was sponsoring the league, how much were they putting in the league? I can't remember, but I think there was a time
they were doing 1.5 for 3 years. That was the deal.
Billion.
No, 1.5 billion. Yes, so 500 million a year. And you know that it takes nothing less than 400 million pounds. Sorry guys. 400 million naira to run a club in Nigeria is even too small.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's what I'm saying.
In fact, the production for a particular day, match day.
They had a TV rights sponsor.
Please,
come at some point. I'm talking about the telecoms company. At the time the telecoms company came, the league was not even on TV in terms of having a TV rights sponsor.
Yes.
So it wasn't like we're spending this money on TV production.
Why are you saying telecoms company? Exactly. Thank you.
Because I can't be giving them this thing.
You blip it out if you don't want it now. When Glow sponsored the league, 1.5 billion, if I'm not mistaken, for 3 years, you get. In my opinion,
it wasn't enough.
In my opinion, that should only be like a telecom deal. It shouldn't be a blanket sponsorship.
I agree.
You understand? So what they got wrong at the time was to give Glow
the all-round
title sponsor.
You can't do that. You cannot do that. You get the title sponsor is the one that should pay the most money.
Yes.
You get.
But that was what they had on the table at the time.
No, they didn't have that on the table. They didn't have those layered, multi-layered.
They didn't have that, but obviously that the money will then get on the table at the time.
So let's not go away. If FIFA come tomorrow and say ASL, African Super League, in Africa, we're going to drop $20 million on the table. Do you understand? To run the ASL. 20 teams have guaranteed spots. And I agree because the 20 teams in Africa that will have guaranteed spots must have a good following. Eyimba, Cotton Sport, Ahakli, Zamalek, Sundowns, Kaiser Chiefs,
TV Mazembe.
You know, I agree that they should have a guaranteed spot because we have to grow interest first before we talk about merits. Do you understand? We have to grow interest first. We can't just say, oh, you pick Dakada FC.
I agree.
And 2 to Champions League.
Sunshine Stars.
Do I follow it? Or let's not pick Van Dresa.
But let me quickly something.
Relax now.
Don't throw Vanessa under the bus. Don't do that. It is what it is. It is what it is actually.
So you have to go follow it first. So, but what I can say is that there has to be a clause that if you don't perform, if in the 5 years that this is going to run for, you understand?
4 years.
You don't. There are some parameters that you don't meet. This is. You drop out of some coefficient rankings. If you don't make it past the group stage, or you don't make it past this, or you don't make it all these small metrics.
So you are saying that there won't be 20 permanent teams?
For a period. These are not negotiated for a lifetime now. For a cycle. So when that cycle drops, we can open up from 5 teams getting involved. We can open up a chance for 10 teams to come in, or even 15 to come in.
I agree. They don't need to start with 20.
So you see, the conversation now has moved from the ASL is bad.
But it's still bad though. It's still bad for the continent.
Why is it bad?
It's bad for the continent because what we need in the continent is for our game to be better.
That's what I'm making. That's what I'm making. No, it's not. Listen.
The other ones get better abilities now.
Everything you are talking about are, tournament structure, how you can. Those are the things you are talking. And I agree. You said I'm taking the short route. If that's what it is, then no problem. All well and good. Short-term basis, money comes in. We use the money. Any amount we get, we use it for what we can use it for. Blah blah blah. Bam, full stop.
For the continent, not the leagues.
I agree, for the continent. Bam, let's move. But I am saying, right, lack of structure is also a structure.
So
that's a problem.
Will call in the leagues.
Wait, Check CAF get structure.
Relax. Now, it's not
Now FIFA they enter now.
CAF are not dropping the money, but make no mistake about it. Let's be objective.
Actually,
FIFA are not going to come here
exactly.
and say that
CAF,
CAF
nah,
do not
exactly.
have any hand in
FIFA will
running
set
this
it up,
thing.
but CAF will be the one to do the groundwork.
Bro, who has the money to take this tune? Please.
No,
we
now
know that
CAF will do the groundwork
the
now.
same
That's why they are
the same-
here.
Listen, now we know that the same FIFA that are saying we can't deal with the government, we can't the each country has an FA, then there's a body. It is a structure that FIFA already put down. And guess what? Make no mistake, under the rules of engagement, FIFA can't just come in and erode that structure and say we're running things. There has to be some things that would happen that would then make FIFA say we have to run things.
Bros.
Which was what happened with Fatima coming in because the president was under investigation.
Bros. When you bring money, you can determine
That's an African thing.
No, it's
There's a football structure.
You see, Africans is how you will structure yourself. When you bring money,
Where you did? Maybe Africa.
obviously you don't erode CAF. You just say, look, we're the ones with money. Come on now. So every time on this show, I need to plot this as the ABC.
Yes, please. Because we don't know where you stand.
Why are you using my service? Which one why you use now?
No verse.
So see what I say. Anyway, if FIFA come with money, of course the guys they work with on the ground have to be locals, because FIFA don't know the terrain like us. They don't know our peculiarities. So that goes without question. As in, I have to be explaining this on this set.
And that's why we have told you. Listen.
You get.
You
so
said when you bring in money.
The talk we want to have the referee, the schedules for this season. 2 months down the line, 2 months forward.
Let me even tell you.
Will CAF now say they want to do it? Do you have the money to say no? If you want to say no, you have to have Shakara money.
Let me even tell you.
The fact that we're having to talk about this, you are saying ASL headline just drop. You say it's not good for the game. Come on.
It's not good for African game.
What is good?
Let me tell you something.
What is good now?
Listen, let me tell you something. We have a football ecosystem.
You don't have any
exactly. No, that's why I said lack of a structure is also a structure.
I mean, let's move on.
We have an ecosystem that is basically, it's not functioning. So guess what's going to happen? If we say that this more money is good, for example, let's agree that it's good, and this more money starts coming in, do you know what's going to happen eventually? In the long run, under the short run of when this money comes, what will then happen at some point is that these clubs... Did you not hear what I said?
I get what
you understand what I mean?
You're just being silly. Don't mind.
No. I'm sure. Long run and short run.
Oh, yes, now.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Get out, I beg.
In the long run, under the short run.
What's going to happen is these clubs will believe we have enough money and we're going to sign foreign players that can't cut it wherever it is they're coming from. That's what's going to happen. Because what we have here...
you bring money and give somebody and
wait now. Because what we have here, right, is a system that doesn't work. So young players are not being trained properly. Young players are not being transitioned properly. People are not learning what they're supposed to learn at a young age. So we'll now have this money, but then we'll now realize that the players that we have are not good enough to play in the kind of league that we want this money to produce.
What I would say is that if it's possible for instance now, government-run teams to...
Do you know how many NHLs on the street?
If the government is going to step aside, listen to me. If the government is going to step aside from running the clubs in Nigeria, for instance, that's a huge start. Yeah, exactly. It's a huge start. Because there are rumors of a private league in Lagos starting soon.
Yes.
Why don't they want to get involved in what's already there?
That story.
Why doesn't he want to get involved?
The privately owned, the private investors.
What UB is saying is from an ideal position. That's what UB is saying.
But we don't
That's
have
where we are disconnected.
Don't be saying things like this.
What he's saying is from an ideal position. When money comes in, automatically you have more money to do the things that you want to do, which helps.
When more money
that's
comes
an ideal
what
position.
It means is that you can send UB to cover.
That's an ideal position.
Can you see what you're saying? Can you see what you're saying?
No.
We get you, but what we're telling you...
You are telling you that...
But we don't know the league. I'm telling you what you don't know.
We are telling you that the actual management of the clubs is what we are talking about, not media coverage.
Well, how clubs we manage?
The club is being run and funded by the state government.
How do you... Relax. Eyeballs mean questions. Questions means accountability. Please.
In Nigeria...
What happened with it? What's the name of this thing we mentioned?
Van Dresser.
Don't be them go cover league. What happened to them after they cover league?
Wait, he's saying accountability.
Oga. You will never, even with, if you stop.
Did we not catch a certain club owner? Wait now, did we not catch a certain club owner assault a league player on the pitch on camera?
Relax, Oga, relax.
That happened or it didn't happen?
After it happened.
What happened after that? He was banned for 10 games.
Relax.
A club owner assaulted.
Find you back, please, precise.
Please. If Ifeanyi assaults somebody, what does it mean? It means that the LMC should throw Ifeanyi out of the league. Relax. Why did Ifeanyi do that?
We're telling you this is the reality on ground. You are speaking from an angle of an ideal situation.
My point is, the LMC don't have enough financial power to make. Relax now. You don't have enough financial power to make unanimous unilateral calls. Yes, they don't.
Really?
They don't. Please.
That's bullshit. You are capping.
No, but you are signing a binding contract when you come into the league. This is what I
just said. You are capping.
Do you understand? There's a binding contract for each club, how you should perform, code of conduct.
This is what you are capping.
So why would you say that they don't have enough power?
This is what that you said, you are capping.
When leagues want to start, there's something called a club registration requirements. Club registration requirements. The registration requirement means that you can either meet maximum requirement, which no club can meet in Africa, or you meet minimum requirements. Now, the shakara that the LMC can do is if they have money. They say, look, we have money, and we want to have only 10 teams in the league.
That's not true.
Go ahead now, make your point now.
I didn't make any point. Let's move on to the next topic. I'm telling you that, for example, a club like Ifeanyi can only operate in the league because they have paid their own registration fee and they have paid to be a part of the league. If the LMC have money on ground to say, we don't want your money because you're not properly put together, that's money that they have. They can say no.
But that's the question.
They can say no.
The head of the LMC.
They can say no.
The head of the LMC.
It's simple.
The head of the LMC was once asked about this. I can't remember what the question was, and I can't remember the platform. I can remember very well that the head of the LMC answered that we need to have 20 leagues we need to have 20 clubs in the league because these clubs provide jobs and all the and I can remember very well we had this conversation about how can the head of the LMC say that providing that providing jobs, which is very important, right? Put it ahead of, securing the integrity of the league that you're running. Because make no mistake about it, if you secure the integrity of that league and you run it the way it should be, you are going to provide more jobs. And guess what? Even people's job will be more secured if you have a properly run thing. So what I'm telling you is I can agree with everything, the point you've been making in terms of when more money comes in, you can do more. But when you say the reason the LMC is not running this league well is because they don't have enough money, that's capping. That's not true. Because the LMC are not even abiding by the rules that they wrote in their own framework. They are not even running by the rules that they wrote in their own framework.
And
that's not down to not having money.
And the blame is on both the governing body, the LMC, and also the club.
Exactly. So referees are being assaulted on the pitch. People are getting suspended deduction of points.
There's no enough health personnel even on the pitch
and guess what? And there are even
for the clubs.
Reports of even every time a referee gets assaulted, the club gets fined, the player gets fined, whatever. The fine doesn't get to the assaulted person, to the victim. So there are so many things that it's not down to not having enough money.
No. Let me
talk about LMC again.
Let me see something that he said that I kind of understood. What he's saying is that because this is going to be a bigger scale, right? Yeah. It means that all the little things that happen in domestic leagues, when it comes out on the big stage, those guys will be put on the spot and be forced to run the club properly.
I laugh.
What I would say is, if it's possible for FIFA to intervene for those club owners, for instance, Ifeanyi to step aside and allow...
My conversation has always been about the ASL. I don't care about this Nigerian League conversation. You understand? Because Nigerian League knows what to do, at least fundamentally, to be better.
Yes.
Simple. Yes. So I'm telling you that for the clubs at the top that have been able to build a following, Aimba, for example, Kano Pillars, for example, when you want to come and play with us on the continent, we will give you rules. Your stadium must be XYZ. $1 million on the table. When we come to Kano to play a game, and we see more than... Your stadium is how many people? 40,000 people. And we see more than 31,000 people there, then automatically that game will not hold. And guess what? We don't pay your money up front. Tell me that Kano players will not agree.
The stakes are too high for them to say no.
Tell me that Kano players.
I agree with you now.
No. You're coming at home. Let's put 4,000.
I agree with you, but then we're saying that
we come to the stadium. When we arrive, we must have ambulance defibrillators. We must have this thing.
Securities.
We come there and we don't see those things happen. The game does not start off because guess what? We're beaming to the whole Africa and the whole world. Oh, this game has been called off. Oh, nice. We're off. 3 points doctor. This guy get 3 points. Move on to the next
take them out of the league.
Like I said.
When it happens like that,
it will set the template.
And you know that this thing will happen continuously.
For the rest of the continent.
Next match you behave. If you don't behave, we kick you out. Guess what? There are tons of clubs waiting to take your spot. Because guess what?
No tons of club actually. Because there are very few who have the following of Kano Pillars.
Relax now. Then we give them a chance to make money and get some following.
Then we drop the value of the league now.
We don't drop the value of anything.
No, now if you're dropping
every time you put money in a club like Dakada FC, for example, what it means is that Dakada can be more. They can have more adverts. They can build more PR. More PR means more eyeballs. And guess what? More eyeballs mean that sponsors want to leverage on the eyeballs. What it means that more money comes into the club's pocket. The club can sign better players, right? It means that they can win more games.
Like I said,
we can't be having a full conversation and these things have to be
in the short run
to be spelled out.
No,
black and white.
No,
we know this is already.
You want to bypass the fundamental problems we have.
Yeah, see, like I said, I've already agreed.
In the league, this country, is that the government runs the league. 1, 2, the league cannot be national. It has to be regional.
See,
yes.
So if you are saying
these are things that
you are going the short
fundamentally.
route, I already said that's fine. I agree, right? But what I'm saying is, if the ultimate goal is to develop the football on the continent,
That's not my.
You already said short run, whatever. Because if the ultimate goal is not to develop the football on the continent, what is the goal? What is the goal then?
The goal is
his goal is to make more money for the clubs that will trickle down to every other department.
The goal is to create the ACL, make it competitive.
ASL.
ASL. The goal is to make the ASL lucrative, competitive, and what that means is that
to set the template for everybody to follow.
If you want to develop your league,
that's football development in its own.
That's why I don't need to call it football development, but what it means is that by so doing, it will trickle down. You get, and the clubs will be forced to make amends.